Happy Easter, everybody. Easter Sunday. I hope you're enjoying today. I thought I'd come on and say a quick hello and happy Easter, and also acknowledge, I know that you're probably all or most of you are still coronavirused out or locked down in your house. So I do stress it's important to get out and do some exercise like I am at the moment anyway. I just want to talk about what is this Easter. I'm sure that you've shared eggs with your kids and had a lot of chocolate and bunnies and eggs and things like that. But what is Easter? I'm going to talk about just quickly, just for a few minutes, what Easter actually is. Okay, for starters, it's a mixture of three things. It's a mixture of three things. Okay, what are those three things? The first thing is there was a goddess by the name of Ishtar back in Babylonian times, and she was a goddess. She was a goddess, and they worshipped that goddess, and she was the god of something. And what she was the god of, and what they all the pagans worshipped at this time of the year, it was at this time of the year, they in particularly worshipped this goddess called Ishtar. Now, she was a goddess of fertility, of sexuality, and a few other things like that. So they used to get involved in orgies and sexuality and having sex with one another and sacrifices and things like that. And also, they would actually sacrifice babies, kill the babies, drink the blood, all those pagan type of things. That's what Ishtar was about. The pagans used to always worship her at this time of the year, a goddess. And the other thing about what Easter is, and fertility. I'll go on a little bit more about the fertility. The Easter eggs are to do with to represent fertility and the new life and things like that. And the rabbits and the rabbit ears and everything you see like that is to do. They breed a lot and have a lot of babies and things like that. So that they represent fertility a lot. So they're represented to do with Ishtar. And also, even if you think of the bunny ears that goes along with Playboy magazine or the Playboy, they have the bunny ears, which is representing sort of Playboy sexuality and pornography and things like that. So all that comes around to be connected to Ishtar. And that's what this time of the year was in pagan times, always to worship Ishtar and to celebrate and sacrifices and all those terrible things. And so that's why you see these days at this time of the year, bunny ears, people wearing bunny ears to do with Ishtar. You got the chocolate eggs, and it's all in remembrance of remembering Ishtar, that goddess. Now I want you to Google images. I didn't want to put it up because I'm just doing a simple video here, but just Google images, type in Ishtar, and you'll see that goddess. The goddess is spelt Ishtar. Look at Google images and you'll see the goddess of Ishtar. Do that now and you'll see that, or straight after this video. Okay, that's the first thing, that Easter is mixed into Easter. The other thing is obviously the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Now the death on Friday and the resurrection 3 days later, on the third day being today at this time of the year, or probably this time of the year. I'm not quite sure about that, but that's what the other thing is. That's where the Christianity comes into it. So on TV and on a lot of things today and this time of the years, you'll see them talking about Christ resurrecting today. That's the other thing. So you see these two things are mixed in. So you see the bunny ears, Ishtar, the chocolate eggs, Ishtar, and you see people talking about the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ, which is celebrating gets in particular celebrated today. Officially speaking, for those that are sincere Christians, they celebrate that every day. But officially speaking, it's celebrated with the rising of Christ on this day. So that's two things. And that's what you'll see it mixed in with Christianity. Like Christmas, Christmas is mixed in with pagan things and Christianity things officially, and so is Easter. But the third thing, three things, so the third thing that's mixed in with Easter is the Passover. If you watched TV last night, I don't know if you in your country, maybe you didn't have this, but usually they will play the 10 Commandments, and you see the children of Israel under bondage. Had that really long movie, you know, the 10 Commandments, that was made decades and decades and decades ago. You'll see that the children of Israel, all the Jews and children of Israel, in bondage under Egypt, and then Moses rises up and releases them with God from Egypt. And before they got released, they put the blood over the doorposts, around the doorposts, and that is the pass. And then the plague, the spirit of death passed over their house. So the firstborn male out of everyone in Egypt died then, except for the children of Israel, because they put the blood over the door frames of a sheep, the sacrificial sheep. They put it over the door frame, and that's what they were told to do. And in the death, the spirit of death would pass over them, and their firstborn male did not die. So that's the Passover. It passed over the children of Israel. And the Jews have celebrated that day ever since. So that's another thing that's mixed into this time of the year, the Passover. And that would be probably why they put the 10 Commandments on TV last night, just before Easter Sunday, for the Jews and for everyone to see the children of Israel as being released, because it's got nothing to do with Ishtar, it's got nothing to do with the raising of Christ, because it was before that, but it has got to do with the Passover. And that's another that was at the same time of the year also. So the Passover was celebrated. Those that don't believe that Christ has come, the Jews still celebrate the Passover as though Christ has still not come. So they're celebrating that at this time of the year. So you'll see things to do with being, you know, the Passover. So they're the three things: Ishtar, the bunny ears, Playboy magazine, the Easter eggs, and all those things. That the goddess Ishtar, which is the goddess of fertility. And then you've got Christianity, the raising of Christ, and then you've got the Passover, where the Spirit of God, the Spirit of death passed over them. They're the three things that you see in the world. They're the three things that you'll see mixed in with the celebrations of Easter. I hope you've understand this. I hope you get something from this. Please share this video. I've got some more videos coming up soon. We'll talk more about political things as we go on. But have a good day today, celebrating the rising of Christ. But just understand, the bunny ears, Ishtar, the Passover, is to do with God, and it's fine. But just understand where all these fit in, rather than being confused about why it is like this. Ishtar, the Passover, and Christianity, the raising of Christ from the dead. Amen. Okay, hope you enjoy the day. God bless. Bye-bye.